early start this morning. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I've been invited out to go deep sea fishing. They've been catching big Mahi Mahi, they're called dolphin fish. I don't know if anyone else is up, but I'm ready. Let's go. Well, we're up in a tiny little boat, just pushing out to sea. The sun's not quite ready to come up, but it's not far off it. And yeah, wish me luck, guys. Well, what a way to wake up in the morning. Got Kitchamani up there. Beautiful sunrise and a little tiny boat. These little outrigger boats are just amazing how stable they are. A little bit wet, not too bad, a little bit of a splash, but you're so close to the water you see every bump, but it seems just to ride over the top of them really well. These little traditional fishing boats have been around for millennia. Bit of a, not quite a full moon. So they got two, it looks like a lawnmower engine, a couple of Briggs and Stratton motors or something, with a straight shaft, one on either side. A bit of string just holds the shaft in place, and we're cruising along at a couple of knots, but we're getting it steady. You wouldn't want to go too much faster in a little boat like this, but the water is almost flat. It just feels a lot more bumpy when you're so close to it. We're heading out to a raft that the families of the fishermen here have put out there. They generally make these rafts out of bamboo. They put a long rope attached to something heavy on the bottom, a big concrete weight or something. And the idea is the fish are attracted to some floating flotsam, so they see this thing on the top. All the little baby fish use that as cover. So all the other fish use that as their lunchbox. And you find the sport fish that go chasing the medium-sized fish are all circling around down below. Now, there are rules on these little rafts, and one of the rules is don't fish on our bloody raft. So, if you happen to be out here on a boat by yourself and you just see one of these floating rafts, they're actually anchored to the seabed, and if you start fishing on them and the locals catch it, you might end up in a whole heap of trouble. So you're best off, if you want to come fishing, is getting hold of a local. They love to take you out, and you get the authentic experience, plus you got a bloody good chance of knowing where to fish and what to do. Expect an early start in the morning and expect a good day. Over in the distance there, I don't know if you can see it yet, there's a couple of blips on the horizon, and I think that's where we're heading to fish, and that's the raft floating. And I can see a few others in the distance too, and there's a couple of fishing boats out here. Not very much. Perfect time in the morning to be out here. Change of light. Always been my favourite time to go for a fish. Coming out for a fish, it's a bit of a you've got to look after yourself. So bring some water, bring some sunscreen, bring a hat, and you've got to be a little bit chilled, because you're not likely to get the same sorts of accessories that you would normally get in the western in a western fishing boat, like bathrooms, life jackets. Yeah, it's pretty cramped in here. That's the spare fuel to get us home. And these guys have been doing it for centuries, maybe not with motors, but they've got a mast up top that they use that like a sail. And I'm sure if you asked, if you're going out with them, they can do snorkeling. There's lots of dolphins out here. They do dolphin trips as well, and they do these early morning fishing trips. In fact, they'll probably take you out just about any time of day, but your chance of catching something, I reckon, is much better first thing in the morning when the seas are nice and generally calmer. But we are in the middle of the wet season. You can see a lot of clouds behind us over the mountains at Kintamani, over Mount Matur and Mount Agung. So there's a bit of cloud, there's a bit of rain over there, and we're out here on the ocean. Look at this. It's been a beautiful day out here. Hopefully not much wind going to pick up, but absolutely lovely way. So I think this is where the excitement begins. Let's go. Sometimes these rafts have actually got like a live tank underneath, and if they're out here catching commercially, they can come back, dump the fish in there and go back out. So they've got good fresh catch. A few plastic drums and a heap of bamboo, long rope with a big piece of cement down the bottom just to keep it in place. And I think that's a warning sign saying if you don't belong here, you shouldn't be here. I can see quite a few more of those rafts off in the distance. Now I know someone's going to tell me that there's a proper name for them. I can't remember what it is. So I'm just going to, at this point, call them a raft. They look like a bit of a fish blind or a duck blind. Good. So we've just been trolling around the raft. Skipper's had a line out and he's just picked up about half a dozen small bait fish. Well, that's what we're going to use to use live baits. So maybe we can catch a couple more, I guess. Looks like some sort of sabiki. We're targeting tuna and mahi mahi. And mahi mahi are beautiful, great fighting fish, and absolutely gorgeous tasting as well. So, yeah. First half a dozen bait fish on board. It's a good sign. The fish hang around the ropes under these, and all the growth on the ropes help to provide them with some shelter and safety until we come along. Well, I've had a bit of a fish. There's a little bait down the bottom. There's not much competition out there, but there doesn't seem to be very many fish this morning. But we'll see. It's not called catching, it's called fishing. There's an element of surprise in there somewhere. Fish on. I think we'll catch the fish in the morning. Look at that. Beautiful. Legal warrior catch fish.
Bắt được này.
Look at that. Well done. Huh?
Mahi Mahi.
Mahi Mahi, dolphin fish they call this one in America.
Yeah.
Dolphin fish. Good fellow. Call him Dinner. Well, that was a ball. Talk about action. These Mahi Mahi are great fighting fish. They jump out of the water and they leap across us. They put up a pretty bloody good fight. Started peeling the line off the reel and finally got him in. It's a bit tricky getting him under these outriggers so we can catch him, but we got him. I know what I'm having for dinner. There's a few of these blinds around, so we're going to go and have a look at them. Nearly caught another one, but he cleaned my bait just before we were about to pull up anchor and head off. So we'll keep trying. We don't have many bait fish. We got out here a little bit late this morning, so it's not a lot. But they do have some lures as well, so they might even try them a bit later on. It's only 7:30 in the morning. We've got fish on board and blue skies. Lovely. Mind you, they don't look quite as nice as that side, but I'm not there. I know I'm going to get asked this question, so I'll try and give you an answer. How much to go out fishing on a little traditional fishing boat here in Bali? Look, it would depend on where you are, and obviously if you know someone in a village or your driver knows someone, they can take you out. It's going to cost you a lot less. I would expect to pay about 50 bucks for a day's fishing, and that could be from 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning till about midday, or it could be pick you up 9 o'clock from your hotel and take you out for a few hours. So about 50 bucks or more, could be a little bit more. It would depend on how long you are, how many people are going out as well, because obviously they've got the cost of the skipper and the boat, the petrol. They're probably going to catch bait as they go, or they might have to buy it and bring it out with you or with them. The captain or the skipper will do most of the hard work, most of the filleting and gutting and whatever. And if you're staying up here at Puri, Kasih, you can take the fish back to the ashram and they'll cook it up for lunch. And I'm looking forward to it. We're trolling to the next little spot. We're going from one spot to the next, just seeing what we did. We had a couple of close calls and we've had one good bite, one good catch. So been a great morning, honestly. I really enjoyed it. It was such an exciting little fish to fight. Have a go. When I say little, he's a good metre long, so it's not a bad little fish. And they taste beautiful. A fresh Mahi Mahi is it's a bit like a tuna. It's a little bit oily, so it's not dry, but if you overcook it, it can dry out quite quickly. So cooked nicely with a little bit of light spices or a bit of lemon or something. It's worth it. Okay, we've got 2 motors going now. We're going to start moving. Still looks like they're having a bit of rain over there on the mainland, or on Bali itself. And we're only about 1 kilometre or 2, 3 off the shore of Bali on the very north coast. Well, we're heading home. We've got a fish, caught a bird, got rid of it, and now we're going to head home, finish putting together the hydroponic system, and then I'm going to bolt down the highway to get back to Denpasar in time for the meet and greet this afternoon. So it's been a bloody good night and a good day, and yeah, I love it up here. It's just beautiful. Clear skies. So they're running the rope out so that they can winch the boat back up onto the beach. Come down to help pick us up. We had a great trip. So their beach retrieval system is very sophisticated. There's a guy up there on a big foot winch. There you go, ladies. Lucky your husband isn't a fisherman here in Bali. You'll be down here at 5 o'clock in the morning, dragging boats up onto the sand. It's not funny. Didn't have a coffee yet. So now we're stopped. I can show you these motors. They're pretty out there. You got little single piston motor with a shaft. It's just on a bit of swivel. It's literally held on with a bit of rope. I love it. So basic. Start the motor up, off you go. Chug, chug, chug away. 2 motors, one on either side. Right, we got out all the way out there, beyond the horizon, beyond the curve of the earth. Oh, sorry, flat earth, whatever. Went out there, had a fish, came back with slimy fingers. Had a ball. Kasih Park. Yeah. It is. You want? Just imagine for a second that was your front, that was your backyard. There's your livelihood, your boat. Here's the family. Simple, humble. They've got some pet cats. Copy. Here's their little kitchen. Right, cook all the dinners, make a coffee, cook up a fair bit of fish on that stove, I reckon. Such a simple, beautiful, humble little place. Like a little tiny bathroom there and bedroom there. These people live so simply and so humbly. It's just lovely. It's so nice, and they're smiling and they're happy. Love to come and see you. If you're coming up here, bring some toys to their kids or something a little bit special, and I promise you they'd show you the biggest smiles. So that's my little fishing adventure today. I'm up in northern Bali, up in Singarajah, the very top point now, right near the Puri Kasih Ashram, and I'll give you some details how to get hold of them. If you wanted to come up here and do have a couple of days up here just relaxing and getting absorbed into some local culture, and also potentially going through one of their ceremonies, I promise you won't be disappointed. So from northern Bali, back to you guys. See you soon.